Right, welcome to the pursuit of truth, and a few things I'm just going to go over. Don't think it's going to be a very long one. I'm a bit conscious that I might be repeating myself a little bit. Do tell me if I am. So, one of the things that was interesting me recently was the idea of Shills. I think this is a very clever idea, which is where someone will pretend to be part of the argument. So, because one thing I was thinking of recently that looked like a shill moment, or it maybe not a shill moment, but also this is the problem sometimes with people not verifying facts, and that's probably why people don't believe YouTube so much over, say, the BBC, which you can't argue that when the BBC or an organisation like that, when they put something out in a newspaper or on TV, they have to verify it. And yeah, I agree that their verifying methods aren't 100%, like that maxim, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. I know that's true. They will put out stuff that they don't know about, and that's something I want to get into in a minute. But at least they do make some effort to verify. Whereas obviously when you're on YouTube or whatever, like me speaking now, I will say things which I haven't bothered to verify to the same standard as they will, and that's sometimes a problem. And that's where sometimes when people listen to things, they think, oh well, that's why I can't trust it, because it hasn't been verified. So I suppose what we really need is an organisation that reports about these false flags, the truth and stuff like that, where it is taken like an official thing, where things are verified and to a higher standard, so that people can believe these things. But the thing is, obviously, if it's conspiracy, it will never be 100% believed, because it carries that tag with it, that CIA tag. Or was it FBI? Now you see, there's the problem. See, I've started already. See, I don't know if it's CIA or FBI that coined the term conspiracy theory. So that's why people don't believe so much. So one of them that I noticed was about Elon Musk, about the car, and there's a moment where people claim that the car was in the green screen. You could see the studio that it was filmed in, and it wasn't that. It was when it was coming out of the shuttle. Well, allegedly, it depends how much you believe of it, but that it's already been explained. But the problem is, people still believe that none of that is it coming. That was the green screen being shown. So that is so is that because people are misunderstanding, hoping that that they've found some evidence and just carrying on with it? And this is where the problem with verification doesn't help, because if you search, like I've seen different sites, and then I see, oh yeah, someone who was saying that it was that now is saying that no, they actually made a mistake. That was the inside of the shuttle before it comes out, if it ever was in space, of course. So, and then of course it could be a shill as well, and the shill, whereas they want to make us, or truthers, or flat earthers, or whatever, or conspiracy theorists, whatever you want to call us, they want us to look crazy and stupid and wrong and full of errors. So by them looking stupid, then they tar everyone with the same brush. The other thing was thinking about recently was this idea of lying in plain sight, and why would this lie be kept? And obviously there was recently a story about they did some tests on water, bottled water, which is supposed to be better for you than tap water, because a lot of people buy it because of health reason, that they believe they're buying spring water and it's fresher and it's cleaner. And so I think it was in the Metro newspaper, but it might have been a few others, that they did an investigation. They screened 10 major companies of bottled water and found plastics in them. And I know Sky News have been going on and on and on about the plastics in the ocean. They've made it there. I don't know why, what their agenda is, why they're concentrating so much on plastic in the water. But so they found small, tiny plastic in the water. So obviously most people will be horrified by that. Oh my God, I'm drinking bits of plastic, that can't be good for you. Who knows what damage that's going to be. And obviously the companies that make this water said, no, we follow the strictest guidelines and whatever, because the guidelines don't have anything about this plastic, so they can get away with that. But that just goes to show you how corrupt we are. We don't, they can save face by saying, no, we're following everything, that's been set for us. Everything is, health and safety is being followed, and there's no proof that these tiny particles of plastics do any damage to you. So they get away with that, and people will obviously think, oh, well, that's fine then, maybe. Those people a bit more discerning will think, well, wait a minute, let's look at that statement. There's no evidence, so what that really means is that they probably haven't done enough tests yet to decide whether there is, or there's no long-term enough information to decide whether there is any long-term effects. There may be lots of long-term effects, but they just haven't found them yet. And the other thing is that when they say that they're following the strictest guidelines, that's just because it hasn't been added in yet. But they don't think that, maybe we should do something better, or we should, they won't, because if it's not in there, they don't care about it. Yeah, those two stories interested me today when I was thinking about them, so I thought I'd get them out there just to show you how there's lots of stuff that's going on. I mean, we all see it with our own eyes, lots of injustices that are going on every single day. And you've got to ask yourself why, and why are we allowing our life to be like this? Why do we all see the truth but don't want to live it? And the other thing I was thinking of as well is also the way they report, TV companies report terror attacks. Often there's a lot of guesswork going on, and if you ever look at the beginning of when they first report a terror attack, and then you look at the end of it, the difference in the story, the official story, how it fluctuates, that they don't, a journalist will say, oh yeah, I've heard a source and this and this and that, and they will say things that then they have to clarify later on, or it'll be a completely different story. They don't care that they haven't got the 100% facts. They just want to get the story out as quickly as possible because they want to report upon it. I mean, if they were run like a newspaper, they wouldn't be allowed to just do that. But TV is allowed to verify. Like they always have, oh yeah, there's 2 attackers, and there never is 2 attackers. There's always ever only one. But they'll always say, oh, there's another one, just to keep you scared a little, to keep the story going a little bit longer. Oh, they're looking for another person. There could be another person. The story hasn't ended yet. And then at the end of it, they say, no, it's just that one person. But there's lots of inaccuracies in their stories, and that should make you worry that if you see it time again, that when they're reporting these things, that there's facts at the beginning and at the end that are different, but they get away with it because they say, oh, it's live and it's journalism, and they're finding the story, and as the story comes together, basically that means like it's gossip. You're basically reporting on people's gossip, making up a story. You don't care whether it's 100% true or not, as long as there might be a little bit of truth in there at the end. And no wonder so many lies can be told, because there's no real the truth and facts are negligible. They don't verify enough because they don't have time to, is it? They can't sort of sit around and wait a few hours while they find out what's really happening. They have to report on it straight away. And obviously whoever they ask, who knows whoever they're asking, whether these people are put up or whether they are actual genuine people or just people that want to get involved. There's lots of people who want to be involved in something or just say anything just to get on television. So it makes you worry that even when it comes to the bigger organisations, even their verification these days is a little less to be desired. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. So I hope you enjoyed this 8th part of the pursuit of truth. Take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.